Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Guys, there's nothing wrong with gay marriage. And I tell you, there's been a guy bitching and moaning on my social media, bullying people, throwing out just horrific jabs to women about gay marriage. And I wouldn't mind, but this guy's even going on to different videos of mine on social media. We're not even talking about gay marriage, and yet he's trashing women. He's like, oh, you're probably gay, or all this. Anyway, we're going to get back into that now in a little while, guys. That's my intro today. I'm sorry, excuse me. You know, what's wrong with some people out there? I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, somebody's got to step in here, government-wise. Like, surely these days the technology has got so much better on our phones and TikToks and all that they can see these comments and they can do something about these people, right? I mean, if I go on a TikTok live, if I have a cigarette, if I actually have the cigarette in front of the screen, automatically on TikTok, they know and they detect that there's a cigarette on the screen, and they actually give you a 10-minute warning before the live gets shut down. That happens every single time you have a cigarette. Now, if they've got the technology to recognize a cigarette on a screen on a live, surely they can do keyword comments, etc. with this sort of thing. I mean, why aren't people stepping in and doing this? I understand there's huge amounts of content that goes up on these platforms every single day. But if you can detect a cigarette, surely be to God, you can do that with comments like gay marriage trash. And guys, you know what? I have no problem with gay marriage. What the hell is wrong with some people? It's quite incredible. Before I get into this conversation, you know what? We're having great weather here in Ireland at the moment. We're only at the start of June 2023, and it's great. I mean, we haven't had this sunshine for a long time, where it's been like this for about 2.5, maybe 3 weeks now. It's just every single day. Guaranteed it was going to be gorgeous. Now, touch wood, it stays for a little longer, but it's been beautiful so far, so ain't gonna complain with that. And it's hard to get in a bad mood with this kind of weather. But life has its way of just eating away at you. And when I saw this gay marriage stuff this morning, that got on my tits. It really did. Really got on my tits. And even again, like, guys, before I recorded this podcast, I'm just going to tell you this quick little story, right? So I'm walking through Cork City, and I see this girl, and I've seen her quite out a bit now, because I'd like my bit of strolling in Cork City now, just to get out of the studio, the office, clear the head. And she looks, I would say, 19, 20, right? So she's a young enough girl. So as I walk past today, she's standing on the street with a speaker, and she's got the mic and she's talking through. Now, I'm like, oh my God, what is she doing? Because I'm thinking, oh, that's that girl I recognize, right? And I'm like, geez, she's got a microphone? What the hell is she up to? So anyway, I have got my headphones in, I'm listening to some music. So I'm like, alright, well, this has got to be good. So I stopped for about 30 seconds to just get wind of what she's saying. Now, I didn't stop right next to her. I don't want her to give her the attention, just in case God knows what she's doing. So she's going on about a rant about a store that she went into to buy clothes. And the manager was very, very... what did she say the word? Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. But she was apparently rude to this girl. And she's going on about, where are our rights? This is insane. This is ridiculous. We need to step up and we need to do something about this. So, this is a local shop, right? I'm not going to mention the name. This is a local shop, a woman's shop that people buy clothes in. And apparently, you see, this is the problem here, guys. Apparently. Now, what if the customer was a horrendous person to deal with, and because she didn't get her way, right, all of a sudden, oh, she's a bitch. How dare her? Now, she's gone on about a woman that she was dealing with. So, see, this kind of thing really gets under my skin. It really does, because the more I I deal with things like this, the more I do realize that a lot of times when people bitch and moan about something, oh, they were rude to me. I'm not going to say all the time, of course it's not. A lot of the time, it's simply because they didn't get their way. And they've been so brainwashed by their parents or their friends, or they're just 100% narcissism outright, that they just expect everything handed to them. And if it doesn't, fuck you, who the hell do you think you are? You know? Like, the shop owner could have been standing up for themselves. They could have been in a professional way. And of course, this girl doesn't like it. Like, I'd understand going out there, even though I would never do it. Why waste your energies? Jesus. But okay, I'm gonna try and justify it a little bit for somebody who goes out on the street to protest. I'd understand if there was 100% evidence and proof that this person was a bitch. Well, firstly, you don't go on the fucking street to start complaining about these people, right? You go have a chat to the owner or the manager, and maybe the person will get fired. Maybe not. I don't know. But you don't go on the street. Like, what if the girl was right? Okay, let's just say the girl on the street today was absolutely 100% correct. Right? The woman was the most horrendous person you could ever deal with. Now, the chances are she'd be a manager, if anything. All right, now, she could have been just another girl in the shop, right? But the chances are she was a manager. Okay? Because normally you're not going to have an owner speak to you very, very rudely. But hey, you never know too. I'm sure there's quite a few owners out there that can be absolute nightmares to deal with and incredibly rude. But the chances of it happening are very, very slim. Very slim. But look, we'll keep that open. It does happen sometimes. So like, this girl probably has one bad experience in this shop, and she goes out into the streets to slate them. Like, what if she is right? Okay, you speak to the owner or you speak to the manager. Or you try at least to talk to them again if you're that upset about it, right? That's what I do. I'd be like, who the hell do you think you are, guys? Now, what would I do after that? Hard to know. I ain't going on the fucking street to start bitching and moaning about the place. Where did we get this? And where did she get the microphone? Like, guys, this is like a speaker that you'd see in a concert, right? You know, one of those sort of flat ones, or like the big black ones, right? They're kind of shaped like a triangle. She had one of these ones, like a mini version of those. Where did she go out and buy this? Like, I can tell you this, guys, she wasn't singing. And I've never seen her on the street singing anyway. So did she go out and buy one for her little fucking rant? I mean, come on, somebody's got to step in with this shit. Oh, man. And you know, here's the funny thing. There was policemen only down the road, only down the street about 100 yards. They were doing nothing. Like, wouldn't you at least go over and say, look, you know, shouldn't you bring this at home? You know, like, shouldn't you just talk to the manager, the owner, like, you know, figure this out, you know what I mean? Like, how bad were they? I mean, I've been around a lot longer than her because I'm definitely older than this girl. And you know what? I've had a couple of rude experiences. I've never had a problem with a shop owner. I've had a problem with managers, etc. Yes. But I can't remember one time I've had an experience. And hey, touch wood, hopefully it doesn't ever happen. But I've never had an experience where I went, you know what? I'm going on the fucking street to protest these people. Like, what about the poor owner? Okay, let's say this girl is wrong. What if she's just a spoiled little brat, she wants to get her way, but she decides to go on the street, slate them, and yet John, you know, it's just a random example name, guys, I'm not calling out the name of the shop owner here. Let's say John did put all his money into this business. You know, he works 15, 16 hours a day. He's 7 days a week. Maybe he gets the 6th day off. Maybe it's putting pressure on his marriage with his wife because he's out all the time, right? And his marriage is getting affected, but he wants to provide for his family, working his balls off. And then the fate of his shop comes down to some spoiled little bitch that just didn't get her way. I mean, it's incredible out there, guys. And look, like I said, look, this girl could actually be telling the truth. What about her rant? Right? She just went way too far going onto the street to protest this. For God's sake. It's ridiculous. We have to think about people's feelings here, guys. As much as you've had a bad experience with people, if you're that upset about it, this is what I'd do. I'd go back to the owner and say, okay, listen, even if it was the owner or the manager, let's say you were dealing with the owner, I'd at least say, look, man, listen, man, I cannot believe you're speaking to me like this. Why are you speaking to me like this? I'm trying to be a customer here to you, right? I'd give them the chance. Now, this is if I have it in my mind that I'm going to go on the fucking street to protest. I'll be like, okay, hang on a second. Let's just calm down here a second, Peter. But no, guys. It's ridiculous what's happening. Coronavirus has just driven a lot of us mental, hasn't it? People have still lost their minds. Maybe people are losing their minds in the sun. Maybe it's too much vitamin D or something. Anyway, I've been going on for 11 minutes. My God. So that was my first episode. So guys, get on to the gay marriage thing, right? You know what? It's always typical. Always my phone rings when I'm doing a podcast episode. Anyway, that's okay. I say ignore that for now. So, the gay marriage thing. Why do people have a problem with it? I just cannot see for 1 second, 1 millisecond, why this is a problem. If people want to go and get married, whether they're straight, lesbian, gay, whatever the fuck, let them do it. So let me give you the story here, guys. So it was about 3-4 months ago, can't remember the exact date now, where I had a video up and I was talking about first dates and when men match with women on dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, etc., how long should you leave it until you ask them out on a date, right? Now, the reason why I asked this question is because a listener and a follower of mine actually emailed me in and to ask the followers, right? So I put that up, and it's kind of an interesting question, right? I mean, because it's always hard to know, I guess, right? When, you're, is it the first day? Is it the second day? How much talking is back and forth? It all depends in these scenarios. But anyway, we're getting a little sidetracked on that one. So I asked the question. Now, this is about 3 or 4 months ago. I've even forgotten about that video at this stage. So then I see this comment come up from the video, because what happens sometimes on social media, guys, is a video could go quiet, and all of a sudden, all it takes is 1 or 2 people to see it. They start commenting, liking, sharing, adding it to favorites, and all of a sudden then it kind of gains a bit more traction, and then there's boom, it starts showing up in everybody's phone, right? So that's what happened here. And so this guy jumps on and he's like, oh, fucking gay man, what the fuck, this is ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So I'm like, that has nothing to do with this video. What are you talking about, man? And the comments on there, guys, were very neutral. People were giving their feedback, which is always appreciative. And they were just saying, oh, well, I'd normally wait 24 hours or maybe 2 or 3 days, depending on the chat, right? There was no talk of gay marriage, no gay stuff, no lesbian stuff, no whatever you want to call stuff. Nothing. We were sticking on point here. And then this guy, he says about, oh, the fucking gay and all that. I was like, what the hell is he going on about? So then I see another video. This guy leaves about 6 or 7 comments on 6 or 7 different videos. Then I get to the actual one. And I actually did a video about gay marriage. Like, what's the problem, guys? There is no problem here. And this was about 8-9 months ago, I think. Now, please forgive me, guys. My timeline might be a bit off on that one, right? But anyway, I get to where he's getting to his real point here. So we were on about the gay marriage, and why do people have a problem with gay marriage? They're not affecting you. They're not bothering you in their life. They're not strapping you with duct tape to a chair, forcing you to watch their wedding as they duct tape your mouth when you're like, Nobody's doing that here. So he goes, this is ridiculous. Gay marriage, it's a sin. How dare people go on with this stuff? Who the hell do they think they are to have these rights? And of course, you know what, guys? Typical here, right? It's always these people that leave these comments, always never have any profile photo up. Not even a video of themselves up on their... Where was this? This was TikTok, yeah, that's right, TikTok. They never have a video, they never have a profile photo of themselves. They're always hiding behind the curtain. Like, what a wimpy thing to do. Like, I'd understand if you're leaving some, like, terrible comments, but at least you've got balls, right? And some respect for yourself. If you actually keep a profile photo of yourself, at least you're standing to your word, you know what I mean? You're putting the flag into the ground. You're setting it up, done. I'd understand that to a little degree. At least you'd go, well, hey, you know what, at least they're not hiding. But these people, like, I've got some serious comments thrown at me, guys, over the last couple of years. Ridiculous comments. And I would say 99% of them are always from people who have got no profile photo up of themselves. Like, what is it? You're afraid to lose your job? Yeah. Bullshit. Well, then you shouldn't be doing it anyway. Now, I'm sure there's a couple of people out there that fear that. Yes, maybe. But why don't you just not comment if that's the case? If it's a real concern to you, you just don't comment. Now that's 100% safe. You are absolutely happy as a pig in shit. No risk, right? Secure. Or maybe you just want to go around trashing people and you don't have the balls to look somebody in the eye and tell them that. I mean, it's crazy, guys. And, like, what's gonna happen? Like, I know I've got friends who are gay. And you know what? They're 100% gay. I'm 100% straight. They know it. I know it. We all know our position. And you know something? They've never tried to hit on me. They're not trying to force me to do anything that I don't want to do. Right? You know? I mean, hasn't this gender stuff got a lot more traction than gays? I mean, Jesus, if you've got a problem with gays, isn't the gender thing way worse? Like, gay people are looking like rock stars right now, comparing to this gender bullshit we're all having to deal with, where people are giving out and this and that and trying to bully and manipulate other people. That's crazy shit. Now, obviously not everybody's doing that. We all know that, guys. But there's a lot of people out there that try and do this. I mean, you don't see the gay community going around trying to bully you and mock you or duct tape you to watch their fucking wedding, right? Or any other fucking thing. Nothing. You know, I don't... Where's this coming from? And you know, the thing is, I actually think... Now, I could be wrong on this one, but I actually think that the people who've got problems with gays are actually gay themselves. They're in the closet. They're terrified. They don't want to admit it to themselves. They'll never come out of the closet because they're married to a husband or wife, or God forbid, or they've got children, right? And they'd be frowned upon, quote, frowned upon. You know? I just don't understand the mentality. Like, what was this guy? Like, I blocked him, by the way, guys. Thank God. I blocked him really quick. Because he was like starting to bully women. And it was weird. Why wasn't he going after... Like, there was guy comments up there, too. He didn't mention anything to guys. It was all towards women. But yet... what about the guys? Maybe the guys are commenting. Maybe they're gay. Maybe. So why are you going after women? Like, maybe you're thinking that they're lesbian, but there was no hint that these women were lesbian on my videos, guys. What's that about? Surely you're going to go after the guys, right? Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but if you've got problems with gays, it's very strange. Very strange. I mean, did this guy not get enough hugs when he was growing up? Or did he get brainwashed into thinking that gays are a toxic part of the environment? And you know something? It's such bullshit. Like, anybody that's gay or lesbian listening to me out there, okay? Or you're trans, or you're straight, whatever the fuck. Like, please look at it this way, right? A lot of people get bullied if you're gay, trans, lesbian, okay? I understand that. Here's one thing you gotta remember too. People could bully you, they could judge you, right? Trash you, But you know something? Straight people get the exact same thing. You know, and I'm sorry if people don't agree with me out there. Hey, I was in school. I got bullied when I was in primary school. Now, secondary I didn't, right? But primary school I did. And in fact, every other friend of mine got bullied at some part of their life. Or, if they're not getting bullied then, they're certainly getting bullied now by their wife or their husband. Bullying happens everywhere, whether you're straight, gay, lesbian, trans, doesn't matter. And you get judged by people every day of the fucking week. I mean, guys, you should see some of the looks that I get on the street. Now, I think normally most people, I hope, touch wood, are okay with me, right? Now, I don't give a damn at the end of the day, but look, Jesus, I still like for people to, be fine with me. But some of the looks I get on the street, guys, holy shit. In fact, I even remember me and my friend were in a bar in Cork City, and he went over to these girls, and I came just after him, and I said, hey, how's it going, man? So I didn't realize what he was trying to do. He was trying to talk to these girls. So he goes, oh, this is a TikTok star. It's bullshit. I'm not a TikTok star, but that's what he was saying, right? And they went, oh, we know him. I went, uh-oh. And guys, you should have seen, there was two girls looking at me. You should have seen the look they gave me. It was like, okay, we need to get out of here fast. It was a hostile environment. Now, for the love of God, don't know why they have a problem with you, or me. Don't know. But anyway, that's their business. That's not my business. It's not. It would be selfish of me to think it was my business. Because that's the way they feel. And that's okay. But the thing is, people judge people out there. These girls judge me. So, what do we get from my whole point here? Whether you're trans, people are trans, gay, lesbian, and you're fearing you're getting judged or mocked or bullied. Well, guys, straight people get mocked, judged, bullied as well. This isn't not, oh my God, no one's ever been bullied. But, oh, we've just found out that there's a gay or trans in our school. Oh, now we're gonna start bullying now. Nope. It happens all the time. It's just an excuse to bully you. It's an excuse to put you down. It's an excuse to judge you and hate you, God forbid. Happens with everyone. And in fairness, I understand that if you are gay or trans and it's a tough situation you're in, I understand that it's hard to see it that way, but just try and open up your mind about this, because hey, get it? Like I said, I can understand it's an emotional thing, but I don't see anything new here that you guys go through than what we do. Maybe I'm wrong, and you know what, guys? If I am, well, fuck it, you can tell me. But I still see people judging and bullying straight people too. And look at this guy, the gay guy. I mean, Jesus Christ. So guys, I think we'll close this up now. Hopefully I'm not depressing you here today. Jesus. But it's getting wild out there, guys. It's getting wild out there. If you've got a problem with gay people, do you really stay up in the middle of the night, waking up out of a nightmare going, oh my God, what the hell? Oh, there's gay marriage. No, you fucking don't. You're full of shit if you said you did. No one's losing sleep over people getting married if you're gay. Leave them be. You know what I mean? Leave them be. What is the problem? And they're not forcing you to go to a wedding. They're not forcing you to do anything. They just want to be happy for themselves. So, yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. I think we've said quite a bit today. It's quite a bit I wanted to get through. But guys, look. What are we learning out of this? I hope there's a lesson here in my podcast today. I mean, really, the main thing is people who are gay or have got problems with gays. Do you really have got a problem? Or are you gay, maybe? And why are you getting so dramatic? What's the problem? Unless they actually tie you to a chair, force you to come to their wedding, and make you sit there, and you've been literally they've kidnapped you and you're in a hostage situation. I'd understand that you'd be annoyed with those people, and that would be those people, not all gays, but those actual set of people. I'd understand that, because then you got a problem with them. They're holding you at your will. I get that. But, yeah, guys, look, I mean, we gotta just take a breath. Please remember, if they're not bothering you in your life, is it a problem? Is it really a problem? And here's a solution. Here's one really good solution. Why don't you go find yourself a project, a task, something that will challenge you as a person, maybe raise the stakes, raise it to a degree where you could lose, right? Okay, it's a big risk, maybe not necessarily financially, but you could feel like shit afterwards. Well, maybe it'd be a lesson in growth. You'll find out a lot about yourself when you push yourself. Isn't this what life should be all about? Self-discovery and improving ourselves? I'll leave it there today, guys. Thanks for listening.